Read that one. And when you tell me you're happy to look at it, I might have to get Kelly up there. How many acres is that?
Which one?
The one around the wellheads from Belle Plaine.
The harder one?
Yeah.
What's that parcel on there? 660 what? Should have a parcel number. Starts with the 660. I had it wrote on the letter, I think. Look at the front of the letter. Don't I have it wrote on there?
Oh, 660-322-60.
So you just want to know how many acres?
How many acres it is, yes. It don't say on the statement.
Statements don't say that on it anymore. It's 62.52 acres. Total.
And we're supposed to forgive that all?
Well, that's what I do show that the city bought that whole thing, yeah. So
What's the
there's
city doing with 60?
taxable value 65,001. But again, depending on when they purchased them, so those taxes are always based on the prior year's value.
Right.
You can wait on those if you want and decide, but or talk to Larry maybe.
I don't understand why the city needs 62 acres.
Well, they bought it from the Johnny Harder estate, I understand that.
Yeah.
The second thing, according to the letter there, it's the ground around their wells. I understand that. But are they just gonna let it grow up weeds and grass?
Are they gonna sell it? What are they gonna do with it? They don't need 62 acres around their wells.
Yeah.
I know, sure it's here. It doesn't look like it's all tillable.
Well, come over, see it.
Oh. It's this piece right here. So I don't know if that's even farmed, is it?
Don't know.
Oh, that's on the west side of Belle Plaine, isn't it?
Yeah, northwest side.
Yeah, that's farmed.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell if it's tillable or
Well.
not, so.
Sometimes.
Well, if it don't floods out, yeah.
There's a creek from north that comes down right here.
You can wait, I mean, we have
Let's
time
wait
before
on
they
that.
do the taxes.
Let's
If you want to research on those two parcels and,
Yeah, let's wait on it. Well, as for the other one, the house went down in May of last year.
well, they purchased it in January of 18, so it would have been half a year at least, May,
Yeah.
June, July,
Right.
August, September.
And I've argued with Larry in the past that his philosophy that standing is worth something.
Okay, yeah, as I said, you guys can, you got the letters, you can research it and talk to them.
Okay, we'll send these back to you and make a note.
Because they have till the end of the month for any penalty or interest anyway, so.
Oh.
I'll put them back on for next week so I don't forget.
Is the city of Belle Plaine gonna sell that lot? They're surely not gonna keep it.
They didn't say. I mean, I don't think it said in the letter, does it?
No. I guess that'd be one thing, like, as for the land, you know, I don't know if I'll be going to Belle Plaine. Yeah, I'll be close there Thursday. I could swing by there to see if there's crop ground planted this year.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know they were messing around there.
It's a
late,
free
I
town.
can't tell you.
Yeah, sure.
They intended on planting, and then I think they put a cover crop in there and just, but it's being rented out, and I would bet that they're getting prevent planting on it.
We'll table it.
Okay.
You're putting stuff on the agenda
Oh, your
for
opinion,
next
because I
week.
could write.
Also, I'll put on there
Oh, your opinion, because I could write.
We gotta
Watkins burning,
That county
No.
attorney guy.
Watkins
Burning ban? Or,
Yeah, it's a ban right now, no dumping.
just,
Watkins brush pile, how's that?
okay.
We're gonna table number 3.
Yes.
We need a motion to do so, I
I make a
guess.
motion to table Bell Plains tax abatement for the 2 parcels.
Second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Law enforcement contract with the city of Norway.
You have it laying
You have
there. Yep. It's one of those things I brought you.
Haley, what are they charging these days for that?
This is the first year they went up a little bit. He's got the amount. That's the first one we've gotten so far for this fiscal year.
It only changes hourly rates. 23 to 25, or
Yeah,
23
so it wasn't,
to
that was
25.
Watkins. I don't know if he's doing differently per population or,
I don't think so.
This is the contract.
Wanna look at it?
I was just curious,
It went from $23.50 to $25, but
and how many hours?
I don't know, he's got that, don't say it now.
I don't think it says in this one.
You said it was for Watkins or?
Norway, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Watkins.
He was talking Watkins, I
Watkins
mean-
doesn't have a contract.
Yeah.
Total yearly sum of $13,000 paid quarterly. 10 hours a week. Average of 520 hours.
I'll tell you what we did last year.
Total.
40 hours. 520 a year.
Last year, we did $12,220 to be paid quarterly.
This year it's 13,000.
So it didn't go up very much. And it was not to exceed 10 hours in a week, and an average of 520 in the 12-month period.
I guess it means we're getting more money for it. Ron's kind of on top of these things as far as
They supposedly did their research on the call logs and stuff.
Not to exceed.
Or 520 a year.
I'm sure that if there's a necessity.
I'll make a motion to accept the contract.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Means it's 9:15.
Very top.
We printed that contract out. There's got it. The EC card.
There's a few changes.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yep.
For the transportation building, that was originally signed to approve it. This is the East Coast contract, get started on that. Rock Rennis is the contact. Dana is on vacation. If there's any questions, they would have to wait. She's on vacation. I think it looks fairly standard.
Looks like a big building, obviously. If you have any particular or specific questions, I'll try to answer them. But I think everything's in order.
And that's that description, right, that Myron and I come up with?
And there's one other thing that gets added to it, and that is the memorandum of understanding, which was signed, I want to say, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was, I
It was
think, in
approved.
June, yeah.
Might have been longer than that.
So you'll just refer to that in here.
Well, that or attach a PDF. If someone gives me a copy of it, we're going to PDF this back to.
I have a copy of
We'll
it.
drop it in the mail. We'll print out a copy, attach it, and I'm going to mail it to Brock.
I have one. Let me just email it to you so you have a PDF.
That'd be great, thank you.
You found a legal description, easy?
It was real easy because they went out and they created it. The big thing was EasyCog said they would accept that.
Well, I found that survey in the area,
Yeah.
so it was pretty. Me and Myron, we could come up with it. So.
Dana, I talked to her for an hour and a half Tuesday night. She says 33 feet of the third lot.
Oh, on the east side, right? The very east.
Yes. Is that in here? Or you don't know nothing about it?
Well, she left that as like the driveway access,
I believe it's 165 feet.
but you're talking on the west. She left that approachment on the west side, but she made it sound like they're gonna have the driveway coming in the east. Yeah.
So it's the west 165 feet at the southwest corner. Southwest corner.
These weren't single lots then, evidently.
Well, the way it's described as a block, so if you could do the
Okay.
quarter, we knew what the lot
Okay.
sizes were.
Okay. The Brock says it looked good when I talked to him Thursday.
Yeah, as long as they're in agreement.
I'm just the third wheel.
I think everything's in order.
Okay. I make the motion to agreement with EasyCog for the ground transportation contract.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
You probably want them to sign this one.
Yes.
Scan that one back, so Gary on that back page.
My man, Lance Thomas is going to be good for you today.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you use the copy Dave got you, not the one I did.
Yeah, change it, but it's gone.
Use the copy Dave brought in, not the one I printed for his signature.
I've got a couple changes on the one I brought in.
Yeah, just, I was making sure he signed the right one.
I'll just change it.
And then I emailed you that other, so. It was done in May.
Yeah, that's almost the one I wanted to sign. So this one. As long as the signature page is good enough.
So I guess my
Well, as long as that'll work. Else it won't work because it changed pages. That's the one we just signed. This was the rough draft.
What's this one?
This after date, that's the one that's, we approved it today, that you approved today.
You got what?
Yep.
Killing off trees in the rainforest.
Well, they're murdering anyway.
All right. Thanks, folks.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for getting on top of that right away.
We'll go ahead and once we get it signed, we'll get an abstract ordered.
And then just do the transfer to them too.
So So this moves us forward with building, really start working on
Next thing
Start
is the bid
getting
pack.
bidding,
So I gotta go over to McDowell's.
We
Yeah,
probably need to
together,
put
nothing
a
flat.
publication in the paper too, or we
I
covered.
don't wanna do that until we get the bid pack. They're supposed to have been working on it, right? Haven't got it done yet. Dana kinda wanted me to go over there.
So we'll have to publicly open those bids and stuff, just like we would any other project, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll have to be advertised and.
Okay.
that. So when we're gonna advertise it.
Well,
That's
we gotta have a bid
less
pack
than
before,
4 or more than
you
20.
know what I mean?
So I'll have to put that in the paper.
I don't know the legal end, how long it has to be advertised.
No less than 4, more than 10. So, just like we're doing for, like Adams, anything
Okay.
WMA.
Okay.
Send those to me too. No.
Okay, when we do the bid packet.
Yeah. If you would, please.
Yeah, sure,
I
problem.
guess, let's do number 7.
That's for the Benton County's TIF. We haven't had any value on it for a few years, but I still have to certify that have a 0.
Okay.
Like cities are certifying right now too, but the county has to as well. So there's a form for you to sign. You have it. Yep, that one right there.
Take a motion for the chairman to sign the county urban renewal report to certify to the state.
It's this one, so if you just sign that one. Certified.
Second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
That you don't need to sign it, that's just.
Okay. Business property tax credit applications for 2019.
You wanna let that one go, or is that gonna be passed?
It won't take long.
Okay.
So like I worded it in the resolution, how many new applications. There's one that does not qualify because it's residential and it has to be commercial. So you'll have to sign this one as disallowed and I'll have to send them a certified letter.
Okay.
But all the other ones were fine. So that's the only one to deny it. It's worded in there. So you have to do that by resolution. But you don't have to sign that one today. But I do need to sign that one.
He has to sign it.
Yep. That was last year, so we just
Okay.
tweaked it to our numbers for this year.
And this is the one that's residential.
Yep, so it doesn't qualify.
Now by motion again, right?
Yep, it's by resolution.
Resolution, okay.
This has got Todd's name on it.
Yeah, that's last year's. I'm
That's
just showing it
last
to you
year's,
as an example.
This is the new one here. That's the one you're gonna sign. So, before you sign it, legally, technically,
Okay.
make a motion to approve and deny business property tax credit applications for 2019.
Okay.
Just take a vote, yep.
Beer shake aye.
Seaman, aye.
So they mentioned a few weeks ago, we're ready to put some more projects out for bid, and I got the list of them, the list of them here. Entirely within Benton, Tama counties. And then associated with that is an intent to obligate construction funds, so that's just the approval to put these out for bid. I don't think we're going to start advertisement till tomorrow. And just like you were talking with David, our bidding period, our advertising period is going to be a 20-day time frame, which puts us at we start tomorrow on the 4th, and then the 24th would be the bid opening down at my office in Cedar Rapids.
You probably won't get in till Friday's paper.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
We can be anywhere in that 4 to 20 days.
Yep.
The notice will go out electronically to the contractors tomorrow. Then the notice in the paper will be within the time frames that's required by the program.
So the bidding process don't really start till the paper's printed, right?
Well, they can
No,
on
we
their
can,
website.
so it's any minimum of 4, no more than 20. But we'll send out the notice tomorrow electronically. But as long as the notice is in the paper within that 4 to 20 days, it's covered by the program. So, so on the intent to obligate form, I think we're estimating about $2.2 million worth of projects in there that are ready to go. Everyone's has signed their project documents and then, for the most part, have paid their 10% match funds. So, unless you have any questions on particular projects, I can go over those with you. Most of them are ponds or wetlands. There are a few, surprisingly, a couple terraces and some small dry basins within ag fields for erosion control. But most of them are all ponds or wetlands. And like I said, they're pretty evenly distributed across Tama and Benton County. So. We did have to pull out probably half a dozen or so out of this group, just because we're still waiting on permitting from the Corps of Engineers. But these have all gotten permitted from the Corps and approved by the DNR. So these are all ready to go. Final design plans have been put together, and that's on that intent form that's in front of you, Tracy. I think that was September 1st is when they finally completed.
On the 6th.
Completion date timeline, it's going to be kind of staggered depending on the project. The bigger projects will be next winter, December of next year will be the completion date. So that will give contractors enough time to work either this fall, depending on weather, then all of next summer, spring and summer. So some of these are pretty large amount of work, and it's going to take a lot of time and energy for the contracts to get done. So
they're going to start on these in October.
If whoever gets them is available, that would be the earliest, probably mid-October. Because the first meeting that you would have to approve a recommendation is October 1, and then we would still have to have a contractors meeting and then get the contract signed before we can send them out to do the work. So probably mid-October would be the earliest that I would see any with this group of projects. And again, that's weather dependent at this time. And obviously there's a few the smaller projects are within crop fields, so I have to coincide with harvest too. So a lot of contingency, I guess, there, but we're giving them enough time to get to it.
The 6 ponds in Benton County for recreation.
Well, they're flood control projects, but yeah, they're
Correct, but I mean, watering cattle too, or?
No. For Mike Grimm, yes. We have water systems installed, designed with those. And the other ones, they just want to put a watering system in for those.
What's a watering system?
Like a gravity tank. So you have a pipe that goes through your dam, and it allows your cows to feed at a designated area rather than standing. They don't drown or get stuck in the mud or anything.
There's some
Ruin the sites.
there's some of them south of there too.
Yeah, so the ones in Tama County, ponds anyways, well, the one does, the Crawford Farms, that has 2 different watering systems. They have 2 ponds of their property. They rotationally graze their cows, and so it just provides a safer spot for cows to access clean water, because the water's coming out of the bottom of the pond and not surface runoff. So, and that's just an option that we offer. As far as the design, it doesn't add a heck of a lot of cost. But if we can provide those dual benefits that we do to Yeah, in most instances, they just have said no to those. Either they don't have cows or they don't plan on intending on grazing in the future.
I see most of these in Benton County are all what I would call the northern part of Benton County.
They're what?
On the northern part of Benton County.
Yeah, so all of the properties have to fall within those identified watersheds. So most of these are over by Garrison, in and around Garrison, within a few
The
miles.
ones in Tama County that be on the north end of Tama County.
Be the north, so
Traer.
between Traer and Flatbrook,
Okay.
and north of Highway 96.
Okay.
The one that goes to Flatbrook up here, so north of that road.
Okay.
Yep.
So we don't need to approve for the ones
No.
in Taylor County.
You gotta
Yep,
approve-
so they're all approved in that, they print out big
Yeah, you
construction.
gotta approve the ones that are in the package here.
Yep.
And the contractors, they can pick and choose what's bid on.
There'll be, oh, I didn't bring the list of that, I think there's 6 contracts for all these projects.
Oh, really? So you got them grouped already then?
Yeah. Yep, we got them grouped already, ready to go, it's just,
Okay.
we need to get it approved, and then we'll advertise starting tomorrow.
You'll send me that proper one, right?
Yeah, well, I'll send you the one with the final language, and then we're still working on it here this morning. But, everything's ready to go, so.
I make a motion, sign, approve the intent obligation of the WMA construction funds.
Bid packet 3 is what it's called.
Bid packet 3.
Yep.
Second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
These are not, we don't have
You don't have to list them.
You do that thing.
to. Motion carried.
No, he doesn't have to sign anything, does he?
They have to,
Oh, he does
sign
have
that
that
intent
one.
form.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't see that form, so I just.
Yeah, I only
closed.
brought one copy, sorry, they have it, so
I
they have
couldn't
to
sign
sign
that.
it.
Of authorized official, is that where I sign?
You can put as co-chair since
Yeah.
Rick's not here.
So, I mean, everything is up to you guys. I've considered, general sense, usually the supervisors have been pretty liberal, when sometimes they shouldn't have probably abated some of the taxes, I'll just say that. But on the JMR one, well, the one here, I'm not even sure the date of this here, but yeah, it's a property that they acquired, then they were going to resell, they have resold it, so we never take it out of taxation as far as we're concerned. And just like they said there, they removed the buildings in 18, so our 18 value, January 1st of 18, there was buildings there that we had, so that's how we have it assessed. So, I mean, there's kind of our card that we printed on that part, but yeah, it's been sold back to Janmar, so
Okay, so that's whose name.
now we have, what's that?
It's in that name right now, right?
Yeah, and that's who we just have a land value on it for them, because that's all that's there now. But the timing of everything we did, yeah, the city acquired it sometime, and cities can pay taxes, same as the counties, on ag land and stuff that you have and stuff too, so, that can be. On the other one for Harders, they purchased it 12/21 of 18, so for 19, yeah, we're gonna have it exempt. But for the 18s that they're paying on now, as far as we're concerned, it's not exempt.
Want to get Rick's opinion too?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Let's wait for Rick. My question is on the 62 acres. They bought it, well, they would have bought it, okay, a year ago in the winter. Is it being cropped right now? Is there a cover crop?
I don't know.
Yeah.
See, in my case, as long as the intention in good faith is to be used for city purposes, it doesn't matter to me. So, and actually, on the one there of the structures, that's January 1st. The exempt part of it is July 1st. So their use or ownership by July 1st is the exempt part of it. So,
Well, they should pay half of my feelings on the house.
From January to July.
Yeah,
yeah, whatever.
that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, the half would also potentially could be the same on the other one too, on the land part, 'cause essentially they're halfway through that year. On the house though, see, they bought don't know when they bought it.
Thought it was January too, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
they bought it in January, tore it down in May.
But they're claiming that it wasn't valued.
Yeah,
It
they're
wasn't
claiming,
worth
yeah,
that.
the house.
Well, they actually bought the house one in 4 of 18. And then they resold it in 2 of 19 to Janmar. So they actually would have been 3/4 of the way through the quote tax year part of it then. But once again, since if that was acquired otherwise, there may not have been any kind of proration on that. So you can look at that differently too. But
Well, why wouldn't there be any proration?
well, depending on if they bought it or if they,
Condemned it?
yeah. Because, proration is just an agreement between buyer and seller. There's nothing that says it has to be, I could sell you something, say, no, I'm not doing anything, here's the dollar amount, I want $20,000 for it. That's it, that's all I want, I'm not giving you any proration or anything else, so. I mean, there's typical 99%, well, not 99, maybe 90% of it, 95% of it, but. So, that's as much as I know. I mean, as far as our stuff, it's the way it should be. As far as how you handle the tax side of it, that's.
Then we table it till Rick's here. Put his 2 cents in.
Okay.
Well, you could possibly find out too if they did receive a proration and stuff too. That might,
I can email her because she emailed me that. So.
because if you have that, to me, potentially a fair way to that is if you receive a proration for X amount of dollars, you owe the proration, and then we'll exempt the rest of it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that could be.
Then the other thing is that they're dropping that ground where they're gonna put that water stuff. If they're getting money on it, getting income off of it, then they ought to pay the tax.
Yeah, and I just don't know for sure. I'd have to look at the aerial part of it. It's fairly low on that side where they're at, because they're on that west side of the curve coming out of Belle Plaine, but they could be dropping it, so.
Okay, we gotta formalize this, I guess.
Well,
No.
you tabled it already,
You tabled
so.
Okay.
We table it. Morning. You're done. Morning.
We're done.
You're next.
All right.
Thanks, bud.
Probably the last time was this morning anyway, it's hard to say. Yeah, hope so.
Pauschik Water has a request to bore under 13th Avenue, right up here in sections between 3 and 4 of Bruce Township, north of 50th Street Drive, just a quarter mile south of Blackhawk County line for a new home.
They do have water up there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I think all of Bruce Township has rural water. I think that was the very first area in Benton County Pauschik Water brought water in, if I recall right.
Some of them up there don't
Take that
have
back.
that.
It's not true, but there is a lot of Pauschik water in Bruce Township because it was long before we went by the shed. But when I went by the shed, we signed an agreement to get it. Boring straightforward, they said no problem. Pauschik water's always been good at getting that process done.
You do these individually?
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least by company,
Make a
I
motion.
guess.
Yeah, approve, utility permit for Pauschik Water at Bruce Township.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Get your signature on that, under mine. Then, Farmers Mutual telephone. Another couple borings, both of them fairly close to each other in Canton Township, although, one is, between 10 and, actually it's going to be all in section 10 of Canton Township, just west of Shelburne on the north side of the concrete. They've got, I think it's, I'm not sure if they've got a bad line, because they're running between two vaults, but they're moving it from where it had been. So it's about 200 feet. I think it's just under the intersection here of 30. Actually, it's in section 9. It said 10. Mitch didn't give me as detailed a map as he usually did, but when I looked at it, it was just west of Shellsburg, and it would be, rather than 10, it would be between 30th Avenue Drive and 31st on the north side there.
And there's no problems with it?
No.
Need a motion?
I've been motioning all morning. Make a motion to approve the permit for Farmers Mutual Telephone Company in Canton Township.
Second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say the motion carries.
The other one Farmers Mutual had was on 66th Street, which would be the Shellsburg pavement, between section 24 and 25. He needs to replace about 900 feet from 33rd Avenue East, and he's still doing some locating. You know, there's a gas line and some other stuff as to whether he's going to be on the south side or the north side of the road there, but whichever one's going to be easier for him to bore. He needs to replace the line in that area.
I think my motion should have covered that.
Probably could have.
I think my second did too. And the approval.
Third thing on the agenda last Thursday morning, I think it was. Roger Calvert, who has worked for Benton County, Roger Sturts, who has worked for Benton County for 38 years, I think he told me, has decided it's time to retire. And so he has submitted his retirement resignation letter that October 4th, his last day. He's done a number of things. I think he might have been first hired on the bridge crew. I know he was working on the bridge crew when I came to work for the county 30 plus years ago. He's been a telescope helper, been on the grading crew. So 3 different areas I know that Roger has been involved with.
You don't have a party. You don't have a party.
Oh, I leave that up to the employee retiring usually. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. I don't know if Roger wants one or not. Back when Ben Bonner was in here earlier this spring, he talked to you about part-time employees for weed spraying. You had hired Mark Lesky and Luke Hennings to be the drivers, and then Carol Rivers as the intern. Luke Hennings had some changes in his family, and he couldn't work. He isn't working now. He couldn't work as late as Ben wanted him to. Carol has actually got his CDL and can do any final driving they've got for some final spraying and some other things. What I would like for Benton County to consider take action on is the intern you were agreed to $13.39 an hour. Part-time drivers were $16 an hour. I'd like Gerald to get the $16 an hour. That means with your approval.
16 what?
$16 Yeah, that was what was agreed to on, part-time drivers.
So move, send your wages.
Second.
You should say, make a motion. You didn't have my salary.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. You got any reports?
Oh, I went to a lot of meetings last week. Went to Easy Cog, Eastern Iowa Housing, not much going on there yet. They're talking about next month they'll have some projects to do for houses, you know. As for Easy Cog, not much going on with there. A little bit talked about the ground transportation building that we're gonna do. The new gal was not there. She's gonna start today. And then I also stopped in, since you didn't stop in, on the ASAC meeting with Grassley and the big shot from Des Moines.
I couldn't because I had a meeting.
Where was that one?
That was at ASAC.
In Cedar Rapids?
Yep. So that's about it for me. Like I said, that was a kind of a all-day Thursday.
Yeah, I had a meeting Thursday. Normal business. So, motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
Second. All in favor, aye.
Aye. This is the first.